Minecraft again recently, which is really funny. But I mean, they're chill. You know, they don't hurt you unless you look at them. They're a little anxious and shy, so you know they only really attack you if you start staring at them. But
just like real tall people.
For real, that's what I do to people. People start staring at me. I'm like, you got a problem?
And that's why I haven't looked you in the eye this entire commentary block yet. But, yo, okay, so Fatality versus, let's kick it off. Fatality recently picked up by Furia, who a lot of people might know from, you know, some really big esports like Valorant, right? Their Valorant team is insane. And Fatality is a player to match, bringing the heat with the Falcon up against us. Steve, let's get to it, because this matchup could be frustrating on both sides.
And Steve is the problem, you know, that a lot of players view as pervading the meta right now. Lots of new players coming out with this character, achieving really good results, and the character has some things that are, you know, I wouldn't say toxic, but definitely really, really difficult to deal with because it forces you to challenge the constructs of Smash that you've been knowing for the past whatever years this game has been out so far.
Plays completely differently from anything you've seen before, and Fatality has had to pull out a couple of tools to deal with it, right? You saw him both a couple times already tipping his hand a little bit, showing a solution to those blocks that get built. The Falcon kick can take out a whole pillar of them if he so wishes. So we'll see if that comes into play later. But already, the big thing that's defining this first stock, well,
wow, what a recovery.
Okay, I thought it was going to be an SD. I doubt it.
I was really good with that. I watched a video of him stalling out a crew battle on Wi-Fi, just doing this, literally.
Oh
he is built like that. He can do that. And the reason he's doing that is because there's no iron left. He had no iron resources left to commit to a minecart recovery, so he's forced to use those stalls right there. And I gotta say, they got him out of that bind really, really well because Fatality was inches away from hitting any of those 2 frames.
And inches enough to get into the blast zone with that grab. It's the patience that meant Fatality could take that stock, nearly going down to the gold back air. Man, Steve back air is so strong.
So strong.
I can't believe what they did to that move, but like I said, man, it's the patience for Fatality, right? Because if you let a Steve that was a sweet spot,
Ow.
I guess.
My toe feels blue from watching that right there. Did you see how hard that hit Falcon? I've been agony.
Oh!
But again, like we mentioned before, Steve's hurtbox being very, very easy to combo by Captain Falcon because of how tall and how much he doesn't really move or fold. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you're right, man. That definitely came into play. And look at the damage rack up already. A little bit early with the flint and steel, though, so the fire will not be torching Fatality yet. In fact, the fire may be coming to but Fatality definitely dropping the combo there. Wanted to get an up air, but buffered it too early. That's why that up tilt came out.
And I love how acutely aware Fatality is of Steve's reversal options, like minecart out of disadvantage right there. As you can see, as soon as Fatality has gotten off stage, he's waiting for to commit to that minecart, because not only will that expend resources, but it'll make the recovery a lot harder. But it doesn't matter as gets that forward air spike right there.
Well, Fatality making the devilish mistake of shielding while the Steve is up tilting at 0. Don't do that. He will land it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and again, it's Steve. This is one of the characters with some of the most explosive comeback game in this entire game. Ooh. Fatality has to be really, really aware of these reversal options if he wants to win this game.
Yeah, the biggest thing he's going to have to utilize is that burst movement. I mean, once he puts into disadvantage, he has done every single thing he can do to take advantage of it, but getting that first hit has been the issue. Quick turnaround back air, though, punishing for that stall that he has seen so many times on that recovery. And it will be Fatality taking game 1, but not in dominant fashion.
And I think you're right. That's good. Honestly, that was really great adaptation from Fatality right there. We saw that when there was iron in the arsenal, I would do that same high recovery with the minecart every time because it's what's worked so many times before with Steve. But Fatality, you know, there is a little bit of a stall before it starts up, and Falcon has more than enough airspeed to really call that out.
Airspeed and ground speed, right? He can definitely bust down your walls.
He's a racer.
And figuratively, yeah. He's a racer. Slow is not in his vocabulary.
For real.
Patience, yes, but slow, no.
Have you seen how he swings a bat in Super Smash Bros. Melee? He's just this dumb, fast jock.
He's no Barry Bonds, I can tell you that.
Go fast, eat. Not gonna finish it.
Go fast, eat class.
True.
Oh, and Fatality might be getting taken to class because as a fast faller, you're getting comboed by that sword for a long time. Okay, great TI by but goes right into the up B.
That is risky too, because if Fatality misses that is a very specific command grab hitbox right there.
Yeah, and if you, it's obviously an up B too, so you go into free fall, and if he isn't holding back to drift towards the stage, then he's just dead to rights.
Oh my
he just
god.
called up the jump.
Yo. Falling knee on Steve is traditionally a good option because a lot of Steve's reversal options require him to stall before he does it. The anvil, the minecart, both of them require a little bit of air stall before he does it. So it makes it a prime target for Falcon to kind of do reversal options of his own in response to that.
Also somehow getting through the dirt block. I know that was definitely looking to stop the recovery entirely. Look at the fake out with the down smash. When you stand on those blocks, it makes them go away, wither away faster.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the anvil at a disadvantage. We've seen it plenty of times from already.
And I like that knowledge from Fatality, just not holding shield for too long, jumping right out of that situation, because like you mentioned before, Steve will hit those up tilts if you just let them keep going on your shield. That up tilt is framed out a menace.
Especially with the gold like he has now. Us got a DI away for his life because Fatality's looking to follow up big with those up airs. I don't know what he traded with right there, but Us happy to take it.
Oh, the gold. So gold weapons, I believe, have a little bit faster attack speed, if I recall correctly. So those up tilts will keep hitting. Ooh. Not killing yet. Wow, small battlefield. Working out immaculately for all right now. But finally getting hit by one of those 2-frame down airs that Fatality's been threatening this entire time.
Yeah, Fatality's called out for the fact that he's kind of dipped low and then gone to the ledge every time with those recoveries, and he was looking for sort of that panicky, slow recovery from that we've seen a couple times. This could be big.
Okay, I feel like could have pulled the trigger on that uppie a little bit earlier, but Fatality's so patient and waiting for those disadvantage options right there. And I think we're seeing kind of start receding into these unsafe options, you know, just throwing out F smashes to catch approaches, trying to really just throw everything at the drawing board and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, definitely just really want something to take this stock. We also haven't seen get to use diamonds at all in this set. Should be coming soon, if I'm not mistaken, as he does get that stock. Does he have time to build up the tools, though? He has gold at least, which can be good for damage, but Fatality's just one solid hit away from getting the set.
One thing that's been going super well for Fatality is the resource denial. I feel like has not had ample time to farm as much iron or even diamonds as he would have liked. I haven't seen a single diamond this entire game, which is how on top of Fatality has been.
But it might not matter at this point. 62%, those gold tools don't last long, so they could be breaking soon. Great drift from Fatality, though.
He's a racer for a reason. My boy be drifting everywhere. Tokyo drifting.
Man, just barely hanging on to this stock and couldn't get the follow-up off of the jab. Fatality will back air him to the loser's bracket. He will get the 2-0 victory, and something is happening over on the other stream, too. The NY crowd is getting loud.
It's BD Bean. It's Cola and BD Bean.
I see. That makes sense.
But to drag it back to Fatality versus I feel like Fatality if you're a Falcon player looking how to play the Steve matchup, I feel like Fatality did